I'm just done with my morning cardio session, and I have realized, that for the last couple of months I have been able to replace my old bad habits with new good habits. So I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, like how come I able to do it. I'm no expert on this subject, but I know what I'm talking about. So see, the most people, they know they are able to differentiate between a good thing and a bad thing, a good habit and a bad habit. And what they do wrong is they try to break their bad habits and try to cultivate new good habits. That's not gonna work. So what you need to do is you need to use this technique called replacement technique. You need to replace your bad habits with new good habits. Only then it works. And how do you replace them? How do you change your habits? What is habit basically? Habit is constant repetitive actions that have become unconscious and automatic. Okay. See, uh, habits are very strong. You take this very word habit. If you remove H, a bit remains. If you remove A, still bit remains. If you remove B, still it remains. So that's strong habits are. So you need to pay close attention to your habits. So as per modern psychology, there are three factors that are responsible for any habit creation or habit formation. So first one is habit cue, habit trigger. You need to identify this trigger. You need to identify what is that triggering this habit in me. For example, let's take our mobile phones. We constantly check our mobile phones for messages. The moment notification pops up, we grab our mobile phones and we just constantly check for messages, random stuff we do on our mobile phones. This constant fitting of attention is there with our mobile phones, and we carry them in our pockets all the while. So it's very near to us. We have identified this trigger. Okay. The second thing is habit routine. You need to set a routine. Like, see, we have this biological clock in our minds, that makes us do things from time to time. It makes us repeat that action. So see, this is the routine, habit routine. And third thing is reward mechanism. Reward mechanism is attached, that functions with almost every habit. Reward mechanism in the sense, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel pleasant, it makes you feel happy. It gives you that sense of satisfaction of having done something. That is this reward mechanism is all about. So you need to identify these three things. So how do you change your habits? How do you change your bad habit and replace them with good habit? So first and foremost is habit trigger. You have identified this trigger. Okay, this trigger, like mobile phones for instance, as I told earlier, we have taken as an example our mobile phones. So what do? You keep it at a distance, like at least when you're working, or when you're in a classroom, if you're a student, or if you're in a gym working out, you just keep it aside. Keep, maintain a distance. Okay, that's why mobile phones are not allowed in such, in classrooms or in workplace, in certain, in certain workplace on production floors, because they distract us from our work. Okay, and then you need to set a routine, like, okay, I'm not going to check for messages all the while, all the time, but I have selected a specific time period wherein I'm going to check for my messages. Other time, I'll do something else that is far more productive. Okay, so this is how you need to set a routine for this. Okay, and the third thing, reward mechanism. Whether you feel like it doing or not, if it makes you feel good or if it makes you feel bad, it actually doesn't matter. The thing is, you need to understand, if you cultivate your habit based on reward mechanism, then it's not gonna work. See, you need to understand this. You need to have this strong level of discrimination. We have this discriminative faculty in our minds. Okay, you need to put it in use. Like, is it going to benefit me? Is it going to be useful? Okay, is it taking me somewhere, or is it distracting me from my goals? If it is distracting me from my goals, then I'm going to put it aside. No matter how good it feels, I'm not going to do it. Okay, this level of discrimination is required, okay, in order to change your bad habits into good habits. See, there is this subjective world out there. It doesn't care what you do, and no matter what happens from this point forward, I've already won. because I bet on myself. And when you bet on yourself, you're gonna win it all the time. So fight it out. Don't be, you know, this. There is no room for non-compliance. There is no room for slack. There is no room for backing off. No, we have done this million times in our lives, and we we are nowhere near to our goals. So this is not gonna happen. We cannot let this happen again and again. Okay. See, there is this pressure cooker in life. You know, you're getting out of breath. Your heart's beating faster like a machine gun, and your fingers are going numb. Like, you know, what to do, what to do. You know, this fight, flight or fight, kind of movement. That's the purest form of living, I feel. So, it doesn't matter if you reach your goal. What matters is, are you are you moving somewhere? Are you in a progressive state? Or have you sat down, throwing the towel, you know, resting on what you have, the tangible items in our possessions, not willing to take the risk? Man, that's the real disease. That's the real disease right there. You can't rest on what you have. You got to move forward. There is no finish line, there is no deadline, there is no end state. You just have to keep moving forward. I'm sorry, I'm deviating from the topic, but yeah, so these are the three things. If you want to cultivate good habits, you need to identify this trigger, habit trigger, habit cue. What you do is, first thing you wake up in the morning, first thing what you do is keep a trigger that is, uh, like like if you want to work out, keep your jogging shoes or your track pant, a t-shirt near your bed, so that the moment you wake up, it reminds you that, see, this is what you got to do. You got to wake up, you got to wear the shoes, you got to jog. Okay, go for a jog. So you have this habit trigger near you. You have to keep this all the time, and don't select your habits based on reward mechanism. If you feel like doing it or not, you have to do it, man. You have to do it. If it is good, if it is taking you somewhere, if it is making you a better individual, then you have to do it. It doesn't matter if it feels good or not. It doesn't matter if your friends adore it or not. You have to do it. We create these habits. We make the habits. We can unmake them. You do so, you can undo. You can do anything. We have these two hands. We can do anything. So don't let your habits control you. Okay? Your habits should be under your control. So it's up to you. It's up to you. You got to take the charge. You got to make things happen. It's not going to happen by itself. Yeah, so I hope you like this video. So yes, stay home and stay fit, stay safe, be healthy, and yeah, see you.